Okay. So where do you guys want us to start? Where do we start?
The top.
Hmm?
Trying to show you what I got.
What do you
Wait,
say?
is it based on what? Is it
The
like
top, bro.
task or
Task first, others later.
Actually it's
yes?
they are both intertwined. You can't really I don't know how to put it, but if you understand the other things, you will see that the task is like really, really easy. I
Okay.
didn't say that by the
Patterns,
way. I didn't say that by the way.
we heard you. It was on record too.
Don't fear. We didn't hear you, but it was being recorded, so I'm sure I didn't hear you too.
I can stop the recording, you know.
These ones don't have ears.
All right. Okay. Okay. These people said they are celebrating their birthday. I know it will probably be something about subscribing. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna do this. Off you go. That's how we dodge billing.
Blocked.
I just hope the fact that learnables thing is popping up here is not going to make YouTube reject this video when we're about to post it. I just opened it so that I can get. They will. You know how YouTube behaves. But I just opened
The
it so that
reason YouTube will know that learnable thing is in there is if learnable thing was on YouTube too, and they put it there to identify any other thing. Like learnable has to go there and tell them this is our stuff. If you see it anywhere, tell us and don't let it show something like that. So since learnable didn't even since learnable is not on YouTube at all, this is learnable. This is their own website. It shouldn't. I put it to you.
that's fine. Okay.
That's another bet. Let's see if it's not cut. You can't be the anti-bet man. Bet against me and you will win.
No fear. A day for you. Okay, so let's start from the singleton pattern. Why is this showing 97%? I finished these videos. Anyway, that one day. The singleton pattern is they are simple.
Can you do it this way?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it? You talk of the task first and tell us what they tell us to do, and then we'll now go through the thing one by one so that as we are learning the thing, we'll not be like, oh, this concerns this one.
Oh,
that makes any sense.
You won't learn it that way. The task does not implement all those patterns in that manner, sort of.
Okay.
But it's like easy, no fear. Like it's really, really easy. It's just these people don't like. I don't want to say this because this video will be on YouTube anyway. So I'll chill. I'll chill, bro. It's being recorded.
You can use variables. Don't know it's there, my friends.
Well, it's not like broken down, but all these things are pretty easy. Like the singleton pattern now is just really saying that there is only going to be one instance of the class or object or whatever you. Sorry, let me wipe this out so I don't. Is like I'll use the example that I saw on that article. Like when let's say you're building an app, right? And there is a configuration you want for your app. Like let's say when the app starts, when the app launches, like maybe Access Bank app now, how it launches and it shows that beautiful girl crossing the road and all that stuff. Say you want that configuration not to be tampered with. Access does it in a way that you can turn off the video, of course. But like let's say they don't want you to turn off the video, they will lock that in a singleton pattern such that the configuration won't be messed with, so to say, and they can use it. I'll just use a code. I'll just use a code to give an example, just a simple code from that article that they did. Let me see. Okay, just let me use an object to do it. Because last is no object that we'll use, but let me just use an object. Let us say that walking down the streets. Okay, let me change. Let me adjust this something more interesting. In case you people know this song, people who are in Gen Z will know this song. Okay, it seems like it's only me that knows the song because nobody's saying, yeah, that's true.
Sounds good. I don't know it.
Pretty
I don't really know.
walking down the streets. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me.
Plus, tech doesn't talk about donation and everything. You could have really been just pretty woman. Well, you know what? You get what I'm trying to say, Sha, but I can't sing for sure, so I'll stop now.
It's fine. I understand you. Somehow I understand you. Yeah, I know you are being condescending, but I still understand you in a way.
Lie, you don't understand shit. That's not what I said. But it's fine. Let's do it. So the single thing is supposed to just be is a pattern in which the class you made can only be is like you're setting it so that it can only be it can't be modified, you can't touch it, you just make it once, and you can't make it twice, make it once and you just leave it there. You can't touch it, you can't do anything to it.
And
And you're doing it because you may
don't
want it to just be
you can instantiate it twice. Like,
more than once. Yeah. You can't make an object out of it more than once, just the one time.
yeah,
And I read the article too. So
okay, I see. Maybe you should take over.
this will give us 400 page book to read, guy. Oh my God.
It did happen, my brother. It did happen. It did happen. Hold on. Something ain't right. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Something is not right. Let me see. Mm, okay.
Did not close the start.
I never closed the
Did you close the start?
start. Yeah, I did. There's a comma.
No, like you didn't close it with a curly brace.
They start. Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, thank you. That's true. Yeah, that was what's happened. Uh, that was what happened. Was this guy closed? Was this guy closed? Yeah, that was what happened. Thanks. So anyway, uh, something like, hold on 1 second. You guys should just chill a little. I'm trying to set up this. I'm going to, after I'm done, I'll now go ahead and comment it out and then uh, sort of. So like from this someone entered the, oh crap, I hope it's just this one person that I wasn't leaving people waiting. Okay. So can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, you can hear.
So the way this thing is, but it's in such this particular code does not really explain. This particular code just explains it, but then it doesn't really show it very, very well in practice. I have another code that shows it well in practice, but it's a longer code. You can see them here. It's a longer code. I even had to create a module just to test it out and confirm it. But like this is basically it is like you're setting something static. You're setting something that like is only once. It only has like one instantiation of it across the whole your whole project. There is no changing. You can only use that one that is already there. That's basically the single thing, like long story short. And they said that where they usually use it is like I said, like configuration. Like say for example, you want it to be that when your app is opened, when you open an app, or something common with this singleton pattern is that it cannot be modified. You can't modify the methods. You can't add new methods. You can't do anything to it. The way it is the way it's going to be. You can reuse it, but you have to use that same one. You have to, everywhere you go, you have to use this config, this one that you did. So you remember that. Hold on, maybe I'll do one that is normal first. Let me do some other one. Const test is equal to this keeps happening. This keeps happening. I don't know what I'll use. Person. Age. I'll just use 17, I guess. So you guys know that you can change this thing, right? Const human is equal to, let me name this person. Sorry. Please, could you guys be talking? Let me know when network, because I remember the last this thing, you guys were like disconnected for some time. Notice. Yeah, just
we can hear you.
Okay, so you guys know that when you, let's leave this code, let's leave this above code first, like no need to look at it. Let me comment it out. Let's use this first, this one that is not a singleton pattern, right? Say you want to make changes here. Wait, let's first log it out to get the name property here. Let's try to get the name property. Hold on. Sorry, I'm going to do something. Let's not do this, actually. Let us not do this. I don't have energy to start checking where all these things is going wrong. Okay. So you can see over here, right? You can get the name of this guy. You can even change it. You can even modify this guy. You can add a property that is not there. For example, you could probably do something like person.height is equal to, I don't know, what am I going to use? Oh, maybe 171 cm. Then let me go ahead and check it again. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know if you guys notice anything here. Let me clear the console. This is what I'm trying to show you. You see how I created this object person, and inside it, inside the object, I gave him a name. Let me just use something surreal. Let's not. Yes, you made it again, Moses. So in here, I gave the person, these are the properties I gave it, name and age. That's the only property, right? Then I went ahead and I logged it out. Yeah, I logged it.
Log the value.
You can see that it's showing, this is what it's showing, the name Moses and the age 17. I can go ahead and modify this then if I so wish.
17. Yes.
I can go ahead and modify this, and after modifying it, when I log it out, you can see that it's going to change. You can see it has added the height. So I was able to modify it, but the singleton pattern be like, nah, bro, you ain't finna do that. You are not going to be doing that. So I will go ahead and do this. Let me show you guys with the upper guy and show you guys how it's not going to work. And I really hope that it's going to be that easy, because I don't get energy to begin the debug anything now. Let's say we're trying to do the same thing here. Config dot maybe end. Let me see. Let us clean this. So first of all, before we do this, let's try something. Let's log out this. Let's call these methods. and see what happens. Like the start. Hold on 1 second. I'm a bit doing things that like are beyond. Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
I don't mind me. I'm trying to hurry and it's messing with me real bad. Bro, does anyone know how to move this thing like away? Like for real. Like just move it away.
That's you. Move the browser.
Okay. Uh
What? I
want to
guess you found it, but I don't know. What do you want to do then?
I want to push this thing out. Okay.
What's in
Don't
the
worry.
browser?
Don't worry. I've done it. I have done it.
Okay.
I have
Look
done.
the exact same over here. Sure.
Guy, I just mess up this thing this night, guy. It's annoying me.
Don't fear. Happens to the best of us.
See, it's really, really annoying me. Okay. All right. So I forgot it was a function, so I had to call it. So this property here, this first property is a function that logs out this. So it's like, okay, imagine this is an app or a music app or whatever you can call it. And when the app opens, this is what you want to tell your users. Imagine this is some functionality. It doesn't have to be this. I'm just using this to test it. It could be anything, woman, what and stuff. You can see that someone could easily do maybe an if statement and something like if user logs in. If user login is true, you should run this. If it's false, you
Okay.
can run some other thing, right? These are configurations that you don't want to change. It's a singleton pattern. You don't want to change it for every user. Every single time this thing happens, this is what you want to reply the user. So it's a singleton pattern. So let's say we decide, okay, we want to, let's say we decide let me still log this one out too, so you guys can, although the first one was enough, but just for you to see, get the full idea. You can see it's logged out the other one. Goodbye out there, Sabaman. I don't know why I chose that, but you know, kind of sounded apt. Now let me try something. Let me try adding a property to this, and let me see what it will give us. What did he add? What did he add?
Complete end.
No. No. Okay, let me do something. Sorry, let me make it exactly the same way this is, just to save us some time. Pretty woman walking that. Don't believe you guys don't know that song.
I know what tell you, bro. I'll tell you.
Okay, so you see what happened. You can see what happened. It gave us an error for sure, for sure. Of course, someone might say, how are we sure that this thing wouldn't have given us an error either ways? This was what stopped it.
Maybe give us an error. So if you log that out, it should work actually. And
Yes.
not give us an error.
Let us test it. I feel like our call is about to end, probably.
No, we have 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so you can see that it works, right? Everyone can see that. Can everyone see it? Like, does everyone understand?
Yes, so
Yes.
basically, singleton pattern is a pattern of doing things in which you may not want a portion of code, in this case an object, to be used more than once. You may want it to just be to have everything about your program inside it, and maybe not to try, no even look and not leave what you did, not to try no more define nothing. So you can make the thing and you lock it by using the freeze object of freeze.
Yes. and pass it in.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted you guys to get the basic thing before I open this guy. And before we do this, I want to do something. I don't want it to get too complex at first. So I will go ahead and wipe out everything here and paste this here. And I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and remove this, or I'll comment it out because writing it is stressful. Okay, I will also go ahead and do this. And I will go ahead and remove this. We don't need this right now. Okay, so this is a method right here. This is a class right here. This class is very, very normal. It doesn't have a single pattern. You can see that you can create different variants of this class. You can create some other guy.
Is equal to new fancy logger again.
You can create whatever, but like let me make it a little real. Actually, I don't even need to, that's the funny thing. I don't even need to create another guy. The reason I used the module to show this is because I wanted to, hold on, let me run this. It's easier when I use the module to show it because I wanted to show you guys something. Open with live server. Something I wanted to show you guys. Something very, very important. Very, very, very important. That will make this singleton thing just sink in. Before I start running it, just I created a class fancy logger, and there's a constructor for the class, but there's nothing in this constructor. Imagine that this constructor is empty. Leave these things first. This one is like the conditional statement you now put last. There is a method in it, a method of log. What this method does is this is the original code actually. So let me unlock it. Yeah. So the constructor has this dot logs. That is an array of messages, right? It's an array of messages. And this log here is a function, is a method that pushes a message into this thing. In other words, whatever message a user feeds it or whoever feeds it, it passes this message as an argument and pushes it into this thing. And at the end of the day, this method will still show you your message, the message that was pushed in. For example, sorry, to make this less distant, let me just be doing it practically. This instantiation that you did here, when you do logger.log, you just pass in a message. You can say good morning everyone, right? And when you run this, you should get right, yeah, you should get okay, you can see it. You guys can see it, right?
I can see, but I don't get it. So on the track, let me show.
Yes.
In your defense.
Yes.
See, I instantiated this class. This is a new class. This is a class fancy logger. Then I created an instance of that class, one instance of that class, which is logger.
Yes.
Now that instance of that class can use, remember that when you instantiate a class, every instance of the class can use every method in the class. Like if you decide to logger 2, logger 3, logger 4, each of them can use this log. And you can decide, okay, maybe for logger 2, it's going to be a different message. Maybe if you create another instance, logger 2, you can even create an instance, Moses, for example, and then you decide to put a quote from you. You can put something like delay is not denial, and it will, stuff like that. You can change it, but the whole point is I instantiated the class. Then I took that instance and used it to access a method that was available to it. And that method, this method log, I passed in this thing. This thing I passed in is this message that you're seeing here. I passed in a message. This message now has automatically been pushed into these total messages. You can see that when you log out, when you say, okay, let me see all the messages in this fancy logger, when you do fancy logger.logs, sorry about this, when you Why does this always happen to me? I think I should probably restart the meeting before it goes off on us, before it will go off. How many minutes left, Moses?
4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. 4.
Okay. Anyway, when I log this guy out now, this guy I'm logging out now is in case anyone doesn't understand. I want to assume that everyone here understands the basics of classes. That's why I'm not like going to the this thing. These are things that we already learned in OOP. So like this thing I'm doing now, I'm like entering this class and I'm assessing this property of the class. Just like that object thing that we did at first, except this time is a class, it has a constructor. So I'm assessing this property. I'm telling it, okay, show me all the messages in the database, all the messages that has ever gone in. Show me, because remember here, I passed in a message. The message I passed in got pushed into this guy over here. That's what this log does. It pushes it in, then it logs out what message it pushed in. So if I log this thing now, it's supposed to show why is it showing undefined? Why is it showing undefined? Let me see. Hold on one second. Sorry, what am I doing? Let me restart the meeting, I beg. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go on.
I said let me restart the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, so the call end now. We'll just join again in like 1 minute.
Yeah, what I need to do now is to, all right, there it is, end meeting. Yeah, I will drop the link on Discord.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
I don't know if it's the same link. I don't know.
Okay, just drop it.
I don't know if it's the same link, but we'll find out. All right, I know.